Hello, this is Riley. Doesn't my hair look clean? Surprising, since I don't think I've used shampoo in about 3 weeks now. As promised in my health nut video, I have started making my own homemade shampoo. And I love it. I love it, it's great. It's really cheap to make and easy. And Gabe's on board, so it's kind of like teamwork. Every once in a while he makes it, every once in a while I make it. And it's pretty fun. Good morning, this is Riley. I just woke up and you're going to follow me through my hair washing routine. Normally I wash my hair about once every 2 days, and it has been 2 days. It's a little bit greasy, but not so bad. So I started off thinking the easiest shampoo was just baking soda and water, and you put it in your hair and then you're clean. But after some research I found that that's actually bad for your hair, because it turns out your hair needs a certain pH. And if you wander too far from that pH, it can damage your hair, it can make its texture change, it can do weird stuff to it. But either way, if you look at your shampoo bottle at home, sometimes you'll see a little marker on it that says, this is pH balanced. There's proof enough that you should have something that's a little bit more pH balanced in your hair. So I decided to try something else, and I found that a lot of people said that either clay or rye flour works really well as a substitute for a detergent, because a detergent, it breaks apart the oils so that it will take all the oil out of your hair. It can be washed out with water. But on the other hand, rye flour or clay, what they do is they absorb the oils. So they're not going to be absorbing all of it. You won't be getting as many oils out, which is kind of good. You'll be leaving a bit of oil to protect your hair, and it will also clean the dirt off. And so I decided to try rye flour because, well, I'm Riley, and rye flour, of course. On top of that, I also read that some people wash their hair only with honey because it is antibacterial. It also apparently makes your hair softer. So I added just a titch of honey to my concoction. And I also read that salt was good for your hair. It adds minerals that are often boosted into shampoos, but since this is a homemade shampoo, you know, you want to add some things. And also it is a good exfoliator for your scalp. And finally, I add some essential oil because it smells nice, and different oils have supposedly different benefits. I read that rosemary oil is good for circulation in your scalp. So like I said earlier, it's super cheap. I love it. It's zero waste, and my hair actually feels really good. Even when it's greasy, it feels softer. It feels clean. Like I put bread dough basically in my hair and it cleaned it. So basically, for easiness sake, I put all of the water that I'd use and essential oil and maybe a bit of lemon and honey into one agglomerated liquid so that I wouldn't have to spend so much time on it in the morning. So normally I use a container, just like any sort of reusable container. This one still has some shampoo glop in it. So I just add some amount of rye flour. Both Gabe and I use it, so it will disappear in the next few days. We don't have to worry about it going bad. Then I add a bit of liquid. Just stir it around with my finger. Otherwise I can get a spoon dirty, but it's like being a kid and playing with mud. Okay, this is probably like a good texture. It's kind of gloopy. And then I have to add some salt to it. And there you go. All mixed together. So what this is I chose a spray bottle because I don't use as much, because you don't actually need as much as one might think. Inside of it I put water and apple cider vinegar and a little bit of essential oil so that my hair doesn't just smell like hair. I don't add very much, 1 centimeter, 2 centimeters of apple cider vinegar, and then I'll add water to it. So I add water to it until it's full up, and then I add a drop of essential oil, or 2 depending. And so those 2 things together are how I wash my hair. And it seems to be working better and better for me. I found that you really have to massage it in, otherwise you might miss some spots, and then you might have little greasy spots here and there, but as long as you get it all throughout your hair and let it sit for a few minutes, then it works great. So this first experiment has been a success, I'd say, and Gabe's even on board, so you can't call me crazy. Anyways, this has been really fun, and I will see you next Friday.